What's up guys, Paramoto here. Long time no talk, it's been a minute since I made a video, but I'm here to talk to you guys about the mods that I want to make on this video and something that I'm doing today that you guys might find interesting. Well, I love the way that this bike sounds still. Whew, man. Every time I get on this bike, I just feel like such a freaking hooligan. Gotta look both ways before we cross the street here. Okay, we're going to school, gotta look both ways. Got all my things, got all my stuff and my things in my pockets. I'm ready to make this YouTube video. Just gotta wait for this stupid fuck ass to get out of the way. Alrighty-roo! What's up guys, Paramoto here. Back to full volume. So guys, what's happening with you guys? I know it's been a hot second since I made a video. I've kind of had a little bit of lifey stuff going on, and honestly my motivation to make YouTube videos this summer kind of went down because, I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, but I just would rather spend my life doing other things sometimes, like hanging out with the people I love and participating in the hobbies that I love the most, which is what I'm doing today. I'm going skydiving. Today is the day that I get my skydive license. I've been doing skydiving since like April. I took my first jump course in like the end of April, and I needed 25 jumps to get my skydive license, and it had been a rocky road between repeating jumps, having bad weather, the plane breaking down, my work schedule just generally being garbage where I can only jump for half the time that most people do anyway. So I'm finally able to go do it today. I passed my check dive yesterday, but in traditional skydiving fashion, I passed the practical, failed the written because, you know, I'm a big dumb. So that's what we're gonna go do today. We're gonna go pass my written and maybe do my very first skydive as a licensed skydiver. So I'm really excited today. And that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is more about the mods that I've made on this motorcycle, the mods that I plan on doing on this motorcycle, and some things that you might want to do. I think step one is get an MT-07, get a good exhaust, and ride like a straight up jackass. I think I should start with the mods that I've already done on this motorcycle. So as you guys have probably already seen, I did this windscreen mod. I just wanted a little bit different look up front. I know it's a little bit, I know it's kind of like a budget mod, but it was something that made the front of the bike look a little bit more passable. I'm not really a big fan of the dark side of Japan look that Yamaha went with these motorcycles, so I went with a windscreen with a cutout 007 because I'm a 007 nerd. I've read a lot of the books, watched a lot of the movies. I'm a big fan of 007, so it kind of fits the motif. Other than that, the only other mods I've really done was these mirrors, a screen protector, and also I bought the bike with this acro exhaust on it. I guess it's not my mod, but it is a mod from standard, so I think it's worth pointing out. Things that are going to be a thing going forward with this motorcycle is probably replacing this turn signals. Life has changed for me this summer. Like now it gets kept outside, unfortunately, but you know, fortunately for my personal life, I would much rather be happy in my personal life and have an outside kept motorcycle than be unhappy in my personal life and have an inside kept motorcycle. So it is what it is. I was putting the cover on it the other day, and as you can see, this little lighty's a little dangly now. My lighty's a little dangly, so now I'm gonna have to replace these lights because it broke. So I'm probably going to replace those lights. I also had a seat on order, but if you're going to road trip these, you're probably going to need some sort of comfort seat. And to be honest with you, I ordered one, and I'm not even going to say what the company's name is because I don't want to give them any sort of traction, any sort of anything at this point because they kind of screwed me. But I ordered one in like June. The lead time was like 4 to 6 weeks, and I didn't get it. And I sent them an email and no response, and sent them another email and no response. So I just canceled my order. Like I'm sorry, I'm just not going to give you money. Like if you can't do like the bare minimum as a company and just simply communicate, then I'm just going to cancel my order. So I gotta get a new seat. That thing was spendy. I think it was like north of like 600 bucks, and I saved up some YouTube money for it, and I put YouTube money for it, and so it was like, you know, I wasn't really buying the money, YouTube was kind of buying it for me. So, you know, I made that stupid boy math work, but I ended up canceling it. So, you know, it was unfortunate because the seat that I ordered was actually a really cool one. It had a lot of, it had a lot of really good, like, really cool stitching and everything. And, you know, not getting it kind of affected the midline look of the bike. If you saw the bike from the midpoint, the seat would kind of make things look a little bit cooler, a little bit more tough, a little bit tough, tough. But I ended up not getting it, so I gotta come up with another option. I might do a seat cover instead, because honestly, I don't know if my road trip days are over or not, but I kind of like don't really feel like doing a motorcycle road trip to places I've already been. We'll see what happens. So a seat isn't absolutely necessary. This is pretty much just a around the town bike for me now, and a drive to go to skydiving for me. So do I absolutely need this? Probably not. I thought that was the cutout I needed, and it was not. Oh, it is. I'm going the right way. The seat kind of fell through. The next thing that I think I really want to do with this bike, like a big mod, is going to be a front headlight, a single front headlight. The Project Bruiser for this bike is still completely on point, ready to go. I don't know why this mirror is so damn loose. This is my life right now, trying to screw in my mirror. Just don't mind me. If it falls off, I'm gonna laugh so hard. So Project Bruiser is the biggest thing that I want to do in this bike. I've mentioned this before, and it's kind of a cross between a couple of things. So one, a street fighter, and two, a cruiser, right? Bruiser, that's what I'm getting. So a street fighter is typically a 1000cc naked sport bike. This is not a 1000cc bike, so it really can't be a street fighter. And it's not a cruiser because it's not a Harley. So like honestly, I want to combine the two worlds and make it a street bruiser, you know, like a street fighter, but you know, a little bit less. You know, it's not quite 1000, so it's kind of like a whittle street fighter. That's little with a W, whittle. So, and I think one of the biggest things I want to do is do a single front headlight. I think that's one of the coolest things. You know, a single front headlight, maybe some headlight grill on it, just to kind of borrow a little bit from the cruiser world. But yeah, you know, I think it'll be fun. I think it would look super cool. There's some options out there. They're a little spendy. Honestly, the headlight on this bike leaves a little bit to be desired anyway. So, you know, I think I can justify it. I can justify it in my boy math. You know, like, yeah, it's mainly for looks, but it's also like, it doesn't really work super well. So it's like, why not replace it? Other than that, I think another huge thing that I want to do is get an underbelly fairing. I think an underbelly fairing on this motorcycle would look just right. You know, I'll throw a picture up to what I'm thinking. You know, usually a street fighter has top plastics and bottom plastics, a little bit of fairings going on. So top and bottom plastics, definitely gonna be a thing. Other than that, I kind of want to just black out some things. The windscreen will go away. I think I do still want to get a seat. I still want to get a seat cover for this bike because I just think they look so good. It looks so good, and like, seats can completely change the look of a motorcycle because it changes the midline. A seat to a motorcycle kind of reminds me of a convertible car. If you take like the older convertibles that used to have like the fabric tops, you know, it would ruin the lines of the car a little bit. And that's the same thing with, oh God, that stunk. That's the same thing with like a seat on a motorcycle. You know, when I had my Harley Roadster, I almost bought one, but it had a different seat on it than what was stock, and the seat really made it look tough. To change the midline look of a motorcycle, a seat is a really good way to go. Let's see if we can not get murdered by a minivan. I am going to haunt everybody if I get murdered by a minivan. Those would be the biggest things that I would do, is headlight, seat cover, and then also the belly fairing. And then just little things from there. You know, I'd like to replace this gas tank with something black. A lot of this silver with something black. I do like the bars being silver because it adds a little bit of accents. I like the way it looks on video, you know, so the bars are probably going to stay silver. But you know, the vast majority of this motorcycle is good already, you know. Wow, this mirror leaves a lot to be desired right now. A lot of this bike is already good. You know, I might do some shorty levers because I do tend to like almost one finger the clutch. You know, like these controls are very good already. So it's like these controls and the cylinders, everything. Yamaha does a very good job with the controls on this bike. It doesn't need much. It really doesn't need a whole lot. You know, in realms of any sort of mechanical upgrades. One thing I would suggest to pretty much everybody that has an MT-07 is probably some steel braided brake lines. I would suggest pretty much everybody get that because, like, you know, these are rubber brake lines, just okay. They have no feeling to them, you know, and the way that they kind of let me down is like when you press in on your brakes, the rubber expands a little bit. So instead of getting direct brake input, it goes first to expanding and then your pressure gets applied to the brakes. You know, that's probably one of the biggest things that you could do. This mirror is just gonna be the floppy mirror vlog, apparently. So that's one of the biggest things that you can do mechanically with this motorcycle is change the brake lines. This thing looks like a mess right now. We got mirrors hanging off, there's a light hanging off. I swear, I try to treat this bike right, guys. I don't know what's going on today. Maybe I screwed it the wrong way. Maybe the way that I installed this, I should have been like right threading it instead of left threading it. I'm not sure. Really, guys, there's not a whole lot of things that this bike needs. It's a super fun little motorcycle, and it's just a really good platform for mods. You know, the CB2 engine is fucking amazing, And you know, Yamaha makes a really solid motorcycle. The other day, I don't know if you guys could see it, but the other day I got so low I was dragging my foot on the ground. Literally, I was tiptoeing on the pegs and I was dragging the tips of my foot on the ground, and now my foot hurts. So you know, that's me and that's my life and my life decision. So you know, hi, I'm Paramoto, I make bad decisions. What's going on? I don't know if that's a handshake moment or a high five moment, but yeah. So Project Bruiser is going to be really headlight, seats, and underbelly fairing. Couldn't be any more than $2,000 altogether. I'm hoping to get it done sometimes, maybe this winter. Maybe when we're not riding a whole lot, we can do some mod vlogs. And I'm hoping to get back to downtown, making downtown videos. It's hard when, you know, when I got other things in life. Some people might like this country vlogs a little bit more. Some people might like the downtown stuff. I like the scenery downtown a little bit more. I live closer to the city now than I did before, so my excuses are getting smaller and smaller. But you know, I would rather spend time with the person I love and my doggies than you know, constantly be making vlogs and stuff. So, you know, I'm still here, I'm still making videos, I still have plans for the bike, I still want to do cool stuff with the motorcycle. You know, I'm hoping to get back on the once a week stuff. We'll see what happens. This Sunday, this video's got to go up on Tuesday, so I got some Susie homemakering to do tonight. So I don't know if I'm going to get around to it, but we'll see. We'll see if I will. It'll be one of those times where the audio sucks on the video. I got to reshoot the whole damn video. Either way, let's get back to the topic at hand. Let's go fucking skydive. All I have to do is pass a written test, and I get my A license today. So it's going to be super sick. Skydiving is rife with tradition. Oh, somebody just came down. Skydiving is rife for traditions. One of the A license tradition is that they scan your forehead instead of the piece of paper, and then they push the piece of paper on your forehead. Somebody just came down and landed. There's somebody up here right now. I don't know if you guys can see him, but yeah, let's go do this. Skydive Rally. I love this place. Skydiving has been one of the best things I've ever done. Look at all these fucking rad people coming down right now. Look at these fucking rad motherfuckers. They're about 600 feet up right there, coming down. They're about to turn in for their final, which is at 300 feet. They're turning in for final right now, so they're at 300 feet coming up. Sick, bro, sick. It's one of the best feelings I've ever experienced with my pants on. They're coming in, they're 300 feet up right now. The plane's coming in. What a great view. What a great view. Plane coming in, divers coming in. Fuck. Everybody coming in safe. That's always the best thing, right? When people come in safe. Skydiving kind of got me through a lot of hard shit this year. Skydiving got me through some hard times, and the rad people at Skydive Rally, you know, they did a lot for me. They really don't know how hard I leaned on them at the time, but they were there for me. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys later. Deuces.
Let's welcome to the family with a hymn. Him, fuck him! Yeah! Fuck yeah, dude. Congrats. Don't kill my friends. All right, come on.